NTNA recap show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Elaine Watson, and I am the executive vice president.
You are an executive.
I always mess this up.
Yes.
Executive vice
Yeah,
president
yeah.
here at KUPA Incorporated, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, Beth Livesey, who this week is the executive editor at Nails Magazine. But that's going to be a telltale surprise for y'all, so you better tune in next week.
I love it this
I know,
week.
I got creative on it.
Perfect.
And we are also joined by the lovely Nancy Tran from Glitz Accessories and such. But before I give her a proper introduction, we have so much to cover this week.
Yeah, it's a busy week.
It was a busy week. So first and foremost, we have a winner. We have a winner.
I'm so excited.
I know, right? Should we do what is NTNA first, though?
Oh,
let's make them hold
people
on.
are going to be like, what did they win?
Tell the world,
Okay.
what is the NTNA competition, Beth?
Sure. So Nail's Next Top Nail Artist is the only online professional nail art competition. It's elimination style. So every week we have a challenge sponsored by a major nail manufacturer, such as KUPA, such as Glitz. And every week we name a winner, and someone, unfortunately, is eliminated. So if you're a fan of like Project Runway or like Top Chef, it's very similar to that. Then what we do is we have an elimination bracket. So every week, the person who's eliminated goes into the C&D Last Chance Design Lab Challenge. So what happens is at the end of all our weeks of competition, we have 2 remaining contestants who've never been eliminated, and we have 1 final last chance champion. The top 3 will be going to Premier Orlando in Florida in May, where we will announce the winner live in front of all of you, all our viewers, nail professionals, major manufacturers, basically anybody who's who in the nail industry. The winner will get a Swarovski Crystal Trophy, a lot of cash, and the chance to go to New York Fashion Week with C&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tickets are going to be going on sale for that soon.
We're actually getting them up right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be up next week. Yeah.
And you don't want to miss it, too. I mean, like there is a limited number.
Right.
And so you got to get the tickets once they go on sale because they're a hot commodity.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Beth and I have come off of just having done the NTNA All-Stars Edition.
Exactly.
Sponsored by OPI.
Exactly.
And we now have a winner because we attended the award ceremony last Wednesday night.
Yes.
So Beth, who is our winner?
Congratulations to Melissa Salazar, the
Yay!
first ever OPI NTNA All-Stars winner.
Oh my God, congratulations. Melly and Julie were both there.
Yes.
So we got to visit and hang out with them, and it was so nice to really be able to hang out. I'm shutting up my phone. Yeah, what a great award ceremony, launch,
It was
party.
very LA, it was very Mexico City, it
Yeah.
was very cool, and then of course she got the nice Crystal Star trophy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was
beautiful.
great. It was an amazing event, and we're so happy and so proud for Melissa.
Yeah, and she's going to Spain.
Oh.
Lucky jerk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lucky ducky. Lucky ducky.
Yeah.
All right, so we should first recap everything last week before we start talking about this week,
Correct.
which is our glitz and accessories and such. So last week was Le Chat.
Yes.
Do you want to remind the viewers of what last week's challenge was, Beth?
Sure. Last week's challenge was nails are my superpower. So doing nails is most definitely a superpower you all possess. For this challenge, though, LeChat wants to see one of your other superpowers brought to life on 5 nail tips, not in actual hands. For example, a guest judge last week, Hemi Park, said her superpower was endless caffeine intake. So LeChat supplied contestants with jelly 3-in-1 powders and nail architecture brushes to complete the challenge. Judges wanted to see 3 nail art techniques used to make the set. For the video portion of the challenge, they asked the contestants show the 3 techniques they used, and if they used glow-in-the-dark powder to show both the light and the dark sides of the nail art.
And we had some good submissions.
We really did.
Good
we learned a lot
submissions.
about our contestants last week.
Seriously. So we have a top 3, and I'm going to announce the top 3 as Kelsey, Stella, and Allison.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Beth, why don't you read the general comment for Allison?
Sure. So, Allison, the judges were creeped out by your work, in a good way. Once again, your video was scary good. The yarn technique was especially eye-catching. The judges just wish you had made much better use of your tips rather than as a platform for the rest of your work.
So, Kelsey, your work this week was a huge risk. The judges were divided on your tip manipulation, which I thought was really cool. They also felt the details on the doll faces could be more refined.
Right.
Overall, though, the design and the ambitious and technically well executed. Your video and your concept were dazzling. We couldn't get enough.
Truly.
Yeah. And then Stella?
Sure. So Stella, you used your superpower to give us a clean, precise, and technically advanced work of art that demonstrates your genius. Consider our minds blown.
Yeah. So, Beth, who was our winner this week?
Easy peasy.
I know, right?
Clear winner, Stella Sampson. Congrats, Stella.
Congratulations, Stella.
You did such a phenomenal.
Oh my God, these nails.
I mean, they really blew our minds. I mean, that said it all. We were all just like jaw on floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you give the audience what the comments
Sure.
were directed at Stella?
Absolutely. So guest judge Hemi Park from La Chat said, the keyword for your design was precision. I love how you totally went all in with your geekiness in your creation, and the end result definitely paid off with so many compliments. I love how you used the glow-in-the-dark Jolie powder and neon Jolie powder in favor of the dramatic off-light moment, and the deep blue background accentuated the bold use of colors. I really appreciate how meticulously clean your work is, as well as everything in your video was very neatly demonstrated. 2 thumbs up for mind-blowing precision and engineering. And then head judge Jan Arnold of C&D says, we so appreciate that your design, while intricate, was still simple, clean, and effective. But upon deeper investigation, it was the most precise and technical work of art we've seen in the history of the competition.
Ooh,
Such a huge compliment from Jan.
Mega good compliment.
Yeah. Science merged with art. Genius. Season 6 champion Ashton Harlan says, this must have required so much patience. I love this design because it stands out from the rest, and she put her superpower to use in creating it. I love that she shared her knowledge with us in the video. And then I said, this is maybe the most intimidating nail art set I've ever seen because it hinges so much on precise calculation and execution. I enjoyed watching you make the prototype, tooth by tooth, and the color scheme. What a fabulous example of a superpower.
Incredible.
I mean, really, truly.
I said this last week, but in looking at that set of nails, I really thought that the cog wheels she created, my first initial impression of that video when I started watching it was, wow, she must have bought those or something. And that's a no-no in a nail competition for me.
Yeah.
Everything should be made.
Right.
But, good. I'm really happy.
Me too.
I'm happy too because in my brain I always pick a winner, and I'm really happy that we're all on the same page all the time. Good. All right, so we do have a list of safe contestants, and those are April, Giselle, Helen, and Katie. So congratulations, you are safe. And while we do have a top 3, we have to have a bottom 3. Unfortunately, our bottom 3 this week is Rebecca, Iona, and Jessica. Do you want to give Becca's general comment?
Sure. So Becca, the pattern color blocking with Jolie was applauded, as are your incredible knitting talents. And I mean, like, let's underscore that. Incredible knitting talents.
Yeah.
Your video this week was entertaining. It told us a lot about you, and it helped us in seeing the detail on these nails. More precision in your artwork will only amp up your scores.
Awesome. Iona, the judges felt this set lacked your usual edge. Playing with the scale will only help emphasize the art elements you incorporated this week. Your video was much improved and was bookended with fun elements like your group intro and your dry ice. Still, we would love to learn even more about your techniques from your video. When people are crying to learn more about your techniques, that's talent.
Give the people what they want.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like that about her too.
Yeah.
Like, show me.
You just want to know. Yeah.
So why don't you give them the comments on Jessica?
Sure, Jessica. The judges know you for your creativity and unique imagination, which comes through in this design. Your mini Jess is sassy and cool, and your critters are lovingly made. More precision in your art will only push you further into the competition. In your video, watch the volume of your music so we can hear you better, as we love what you have to say. Yeah.
That does happen from time to time.
I was going to say, I think that was a major theme last week. Like, the music is good that people are choosing, but I think we have a lot of soft speakers.
Yeah.
So just remember to, like, find that perfect medium.
Yeah. Even still, like, sometimes there's even too many distractions in a video.
I agree.
We want to know a little bit of personal about you, but keep in mind where your time is limited to only so much amount of time, you want to keep that personal space to really breathe.
And we're here to see the nails.
And give us
like,
what
at
we
the
want
end
on
of
the
day.
nails.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And sometimes for me too, you know, we're still early in the game where I can't do every video because the show would be way too long.
Right.
And sometimes it's as simple as in like fluctuating sound that got you unviewed.
Yeah,
so,
I understand.
yeah, so Beth, who of all of our contestants is packing up their paintbrushes this week?
Yeah, Iona, I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Iona. But I always say sorry, but there's always the but.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, you are going to the CND Design Lab.
Exactly.
And you're going to compete against last week's winner.
Right.
Between the last two finals.
Right.
So it's never final until it's final.
It's not. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that there's that last chance. So she could stay in through the rest of it and still end up in Orlando.
Yeah, it's
So
possible.
we're going to recap the Design Lab at the end of the show.
Okay, got it.
Because we have an exciting week because
Yes,
we have a new sponsor this week.
A brand new sponsor.
A brand new sponsor.
Never to
First
NTNA.
time.
Yeah.
I know. So the brand name is Glitz Accessories and Such.
Yes.
And this week's guest judges are Vicki Jensen and Nancy Tran. And we happen to have Nancy Tran here. So proper introduction. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you so much, Nails Magazines and KUPA Inc. to invite me on this recap shows. And congratulations to all of top 12 make it into this week's 4 challenge, I believe.
Yeah.
So excited to see all of different favorites in the designs. They're so gorgeous, and then it's really like I really excited to to be participating and see is more idea from Beth and Eileen's.
Yeah, it's so fun to be a sponsor and get to judge and see what people do with your products.
I was going to say, to see what people do with your products. I think that would be the most fun, especially since, Nancy, you're a nail tech. So, you know how to do nail art. You know how to do a lot of techniques. Like, it's probably really fun for you, too, because you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, I didn't know that, or like, they're teaching you. Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. Keep watching is just amazing. Like, just blow my mind. So it's just great.
I feel like one particular product, well, 3, I should say, products of theirs mega shined because it was my first, experience seeing your product in action, and watching every single video was like a little mini commercial.
Totally.
I've now decided if I am going to wear rhinestones again,
gotta get some
somebody
Glitz.
better have their adhesion because they always pop off me. They always do. I gotta have this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and that's kind of the genius, I think, of, Nancy, who helped us think of this challenge, Nancy and Vicki. They really wanted the contestants to show what the product can do, and so make sure we highlight those techniques.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we tell you what the theme of this week is, I do want to remind the viewers, of course, we are live, and we are in the Facebook chat. So be sure to leave comments, suggestions, just cheer on the competitors, whatever. And actually, we'll all be watching your comments, and we'll hopefully bring it onto the show and share. But Beth, why don't you give us what this week's challenge was?
Sure. So this week's challenge, which I was really excited for, is called Vegas Vacation, and it's sponsored by Glitz Accessories and Such. When you hear the word glitz, it's hard to not think of fabulous Las Vegas. Glitz challenges you to create a design on 10 nails inspired by flashy Las Vegas. The design must consist of a combination of 4D gel, crystals, and gel paint. The final design must contain at least 60% glitz crystals, and the video diary you submit must show how you adhered the crystals to the nails using the Glitz 3-step method. The final look must be photographed on 2 actual hands, but you're welcome to do your artwork on tips and then apply them if you'd like.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of Vegas here.
I mean, showgirls is the
Everything.
keyword.
We got
Showgirls.
the
roulette.
signs.
Roulette.
Yeah, roulette was the favorite.
Showgirls.
Some slot machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no lacking here in Vegas feel.
I think yeah, when you look at each of these nails, you know they're Vegas, right? I feel like this is like easy to tell what we're talking about this week. Yeah.
So our first competitor this week, every week, is Allie G. And I did choose Allie G's video to watch. So we're going to go to Allie G's video, and when we come back, Beth, Nancy, and I will chat about what she's done.
Welcome to Challenge 4 of NTNA Season 7. We were challenged by Glitz Accessories to create a set of Vegas nails with lots of bling. So if you want to find out what I created, how I created it, keep on watching. I absolutely love Las Vegas. Almost every year since becoming a nail tech, I have attended the International Beauty Show in Vegas, and I always have such a great time. Vegas is a place to leave the stress behind and just have fun. So I hope you enjoy this set full of entertainment and games. Let's start with the Russian roulette wheel. Take forest green 40 gel and form it into a circle and cure it in a lamp. Then file out any imperfections. Using a reference photo, paint on all the details with red and black gel paint. Once you're satisfied with all the details, you can top coat, then drill a hole in the middle so you can feed the wire through. Make sure to test it out and see if it spins correctly. Anchor the wheel onto the nail using acrylic. Now you have a working Russian roulette wheel. Next, let's create the stars of the show. It wouldn't be Vegas without showgirls. Mix some 40 gel colors to create your base skin tone. Start manipulating the gel into a nice face shape. You can use this dual-end 3D art brush to start creating details such as the mouth, the eye holes, the cheekbones. This is all done by just adding and subtracting away product. The best thing is you have unlimited time to play around with the product to get the perfect shape. Here you can see I rolled out a piece of the 40 gel and added it onto the mouth to create perfect lips. Once you're happy with the shape, you can start to file any imperfections and smooth everything out. And don't forget the eyeballs. So for the showgirl nails, I actually based it off of a drawing that I got done while I was in Vegas, the caricature kind of style. So here it is. And so that's why I created my girl with the big head and the small body, because I wanted it to be in this style because there's lots of these type of artists in Vegas, and this picture is really sentimental to me and it means a lot. Now that the sculpting is done, we can slowly start building up the skin tone. This will take many layers, so be patient. Now we are going to paint a red bodysuit on this showgirl, and then on the other showgirl it will be blue so that they can have contrast. Using the pink 40 gel, we are going to start sculpting out the showgirl's headdress. Pro tip, use the texture of a cuticle pusher to make an impression into the 40 gel for a cool effect. Use the gel paint Crimson Red to paint the headdress and the lips. Add a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of blush. And now we're ready to start working on the eyes. This is a major feature of the face, so take your time in getting all the details right. Now we're going to use this fabric to create fishnet stockings onto the showgirl. It's super simple, you just have to inlay it with a little bit of top coat and trim off the extra and file it smooth. Now all that's left is styling up her headdress. Add top coat to the feather so it doesn't fall apart when you trim it to size. Cure it in place and add an arrangement of crystals. Once everything's in place, you can apply a matte top coat, and then once it's cured, you can add shiny parts to the eyes, dress, and mouth. Now I'll show you how to create this little slot machine. First, you'll paint out all the details onto a white square base. Fun fact, the first competition I ever entered was also Las Vegas themed. And this month marks my 4-year anniversary of being a nail tech. It's so cool to reflect on the progress. Alright, to get the handle to move, we're just going to create a little tube on wire, and then we're going to stick it in place, and then as you can see, it hinges back and forth. Okay, I am obsessed with moving nail art now. Next, we're going to create the blingy nails and learn how to keep them on long and strong. Glitz Accessories has a really cool way of applying crystals. First step is to apply their condensed glue gel all over the entire nail. Take your time with this layer and make sure that it turns out nice and smooth. This will secure the crystals in place. Then without curing, put the eye holes top coat over top of that condensed glue gel. You just want to lightly float your brush over top, making sure not to disturb the glue gel underneath, and then place your crystals on top. We are going to use these red crystals to contrast against the blue background. Using the wax tool, just simply place the crystals one by one until you're happy with the layout. Have fun with this part and just be creative. Lastly, you will use our precision tip glue gel. It's just this little needle right here, just a tiny little point, and that can get in between all the little cracks of the crystals so that your clients won't have their hair getting caught in their nails. It's less likely of falling off. This is the magic ingredient and the last step. Make sure to fill up all the edges for a long-lasting result. I have a lot of clients that I know will really appreciate this extra step. Now we can move on to the hand-painted game nails. Basically what we are doing is taking a sample from the game board and just replicating the details as close as possible. The most important part is keeping an eye on your spacing so that it comes out as accurate as possible. My best recommendation to achieve this is to create a dot where you want to start your letter and where you want to end your letter. This way you have it evenly spaced out. If you have trouble with a shaky hand, take a second to take a couple deep breaths. It really makes a big difference. Now create the little mini poker chip with gel polish and top coat, then attach it to the tip of the nail using an eye loop wire. I love how this detail adds a lot of interest to the design. Now let's see how I created this Las Vegas sign. Create the base shape with white art gel and top coat. Once you have a smooth surface to work on, you can start adding all the detail. Create the welcome part of the sign separately so that it adds more of a 3D effect when you attach it to the nail. You can attach it by just placing down a little bit of acrylic. And for my last trick, the 4-of-a-kind aces. To create these mini cards, you're just going to need a flat white base so that you can trim it down into little card shapes. The goal is to get the sides as straight as possible while rounding off the corners. Now to make the lucky 4-of-a-kind, we're going to paint a heart, diamond, spades, and club. And here is the finished design. I hope that you guys love it as much as I loved creating it. Thank you so much, Glitz Accessories, for sponsoring this challenge.
So my most shocking moment watching this video is when Allie reveals that she's only been doing nails for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'm so impressed. And I mentioned it because we all keep talking while you're all watching the video.
Yeah.
Nancy, do you want to say what you were just saying about the difference between somebody who could be doing this 10 years and not be as talented as Allie, and then you get this newbie like Allie who has this amazing talent? You had a really good thought about that.
Is for my opinion, so I thinking is doesn't matter whatever you do, is passion was important keys to be successful in any different careers you do. And then I think she have a lot of passion and love in the art, especially in the nails. That's why it give her a lot of ideas. Whenever she see any single product, she can come up with some great, creations. So I think she's did really good with this.
Yeah,
I agree.
And we've seen in the past some of these competitors. You're an artist. It's like you can be handed any medium.
Right.
Like there's some of these like God-given talents where they you can hand them a puddle of mud and they would turn it into art.
And I wanted to say to everybody watching too, experience doesn't mean anything with NTNA.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, Winnie, she'd only been doing nails like a year when she started. You just want to throw yourself through the fire. Mm-hmm. So don't ever be intimidated if you're a newer nail tech or an older one, because you never know until you try. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Did you have any favorite parts of this set for Allie G. Nancy?
That's a good question.
For this set, it's really blow my mind to is I think a jackpot machine that she made. It's a lot
it works.
She picked different feathers, legs, and then she did every single detail. It's really clean details, and as well as she make the jackpot is so really amazing, and I think it's spinning. When she's showing it, it would just blow my mind.
Yeah, I love that she made the jackpot.
movable handle.
Yeah. And then we were saying the showgirls. Yeah. I like that she did them as caricatures. Yeah. Because when I first looked at them, I was like, wow, that's kind of like an interesting choice. But then she explains it.
She had a character, and she showed it.
I know, and we've all done those. I know what she's talking about. Yeah.
I like that when Allie takes liberties and goes off the rails and what she's doing. Right. She expects the audience to go, what the heck?
Exactly. And then she goes, let me address it head on.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And the netting on to use those for the stockings and actually apply the netting was such a great idea.
Yeah, we were all saying we loved that she built more of the whole body. It's not just the face, it's the whole body. Yeah.
Super cute.
Beautiful.
Good faces, good layout. I think overall it's a beautiful set when you back out.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like that Allie says She doesn't travel much, but she's been to Vegas 4 times. So I mean, she definitely
she has
knows.
priorities.
She definitely knows what she's talking about. Yeah.
I love Vegas. We have to go every year for work.
We're so close though. Like I feel like for us, we can go all the time. But she's in Canada, and like, some of these contestants are like, I've never been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I know, we are kind of a little spoiled.
Yeah, we go every year though. Yeah, for sure.
Nancy, have you ever been to Vegas?
I get to be in Vegas quite many times.
Okay.
She's like,
for vacation, so that's why we love the idea about Las Vegas. That's why we really love the challenges this week, because you never have too much bling and glitz. So
true.
It's gonna be a week for everyone to, even for like the audience who watching and follow is new top nail artists, can get really much fun of seeing it, and you can see it's really it's fun with this week challenge. It's really blow my mind. It's really phenomenal, I have to say.
It's always so nice too to see your products that you work so hard on.
Yeah.
Because there's blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And to see artists use your products, this is like mini commercials. It's got to feel like your baby growing up,
Yeah, and I like that the contestants can see that there's a judge here who's like, oh, you blew my mind. Like, it just must be nice. Like, they're all, like you said, they're all sweating, they're all bleeding, they're all tired, and then to hear Nancy try and be like, oh my God, like, you blew my mind. It's super cool.
Yep,
yeah.
I agree.
And I just want to point out again, too, Ashton, our winner from last year, is from she lives in Las Vegas, and she's in the chat. So, Ashton, if you want to share anything, please, like, I feel like you're our Vegas expert.
Yeah.
Like, please chime in. Like, I would love to hear it. Yeah.
So, that's it for Ali G. Our next competitor is April Lang. April, I'm not showing your video this week, but
it was so cute.
Oh my
gosh.
It
was super cute.
I had so many things. Yeah. I've literally got to go to my notes because I had so many things, but the first one I want to comment on was I loved her "Don't forget to sparkle" at the beginning.
Oh yeah, her sign. It was really cool. Her sign in her salon.
Yeah, she points it out, and that Southern hospitality is still coming through.
Yeah,
all of that's still coming through. But my favorite part of her whole set was her idea to wind the wires like little springs and make the coins look like they're popping out of her jackpot machine. I thought was such a cute way to do that.
It was super cute. I noticed that right off the bat in the image, and I was kind of wondering, like, is that a ribbon? Like, what is that? So I love that in the video she definitely paid attention and showed that to us. I feel like it could have been a little bit enhanced for me if there had been like coins, or like if you'd made coins and like stuck them on it, because I totally got it from your video explanation, but it would have been a cute little element to like make little coins and like shoot them out.
She was trying to use the stones as the coins instead, but you're right.
They could be there too.
She could have painted the stones to look like a coin.
Exactly. With some Sharpie.
As we see later on. We're coming to those later, because that even had me going crazy. What was your favorite part about this set, Nancy?
The favorite part about this is when I seeing it, how April just creates whole entire the jackpot, and especially with the show girls that I seeing it, it's so gorgeous. It's amazing how April's create that, and there's so many different details with. The showgirls is one of my favorites part too, and then she got a little bit characters in there, and that's the image shows girl.
I felt like of all the showgirls, for me, April's use of the feathers was my favorite.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty elaborate.
If you were going to take and we were going to have a showgirl,
show
fashion
off.
show.
A showgirl show off.
I really loved that she did these long pieces.
Like
that
the true headpiece.
To me, I think that she used the right feathers. Or not the right, because they all looked great. It's just, for me, this was my favorite.
And I like too with the cards, she used the stones for the cards. Yeah. For the hearts too.
We saw so many different ways to make cards.
Right, exactly.
Some cut them, some actually sculpted them. Right. Some painted the actual kings and queens and everything. Yeah. So, great set, April.
Good job, April.
Good job. Our next competitor is Giselle. And I wholeheartedly owe Giselle an apology, because I am showing your video this week, Giselle. And she is the last one who hasn't shown. Last week I wanted to put a video on, but it had the sound fluctuations.
Right.
She was coming in pictures.
Yeah.
And we couldn't balance the sound for her. So Giselle, I'm really sorry. I love your videos, so I'm super excited to intro this video because she's so adorable, and I know all of you viewers are going to love her. Don't forget, we're watching her in the chat.
Yes.
We want to share some comments, so give us some feedback. And after this video, we'll be back to talk about Giselle's work.
Hi everyone, Giselle here from Eagle Beauty, bringing you NTNA Season 7, Challenge number 4, sponsored by Glitz Accessories and such. For this challenge, we were asked to create a set of 10 nails inspired by flashy Vegas. Naturally, I was so excited for this challenge, so I'm wearing my Vegas makeup, my Vegas outfit, and hold on, where are my Vegas nails? Much better. Visiting Vegas had been a dream of mine ever since I was a teenager, so a couple years ago my husband and I finally decided to pull the plug. I was mesmerized by the glam and the opulence, the flashy decor, the showgirls, the casino. Vegas has so much to offer and so much to look at, and that's definitely what I wanted to convey with my design. So keep watching for all the details on this design, and welcome to Las Vegas!
Start by joining two forms for extra length. Extend the nail bed and cure. Continue sculpting and remember to build up the apex for longer nails. Once cured, file, shape and buff to a smooth finish. Start with a layer of glitter gel that matches the embellishments and cure, then add a layer of Glitz glue gel followed by a layer of Glitz no wipe gel. Apply the glitter one by one on the uncured gel. Go to town and create a fun pattern. The advantage of working with Glitz glue gel is that you'll have lots of time to create that pattern. Once your pattern is cured, continue adding embellishments to complete the look. As a final step, make sure to use Glitz Precision Glue Gel tape to get in between and around all those embellishments to secure them into the nail. Shape a bit of Glitz 4D gel into a number 7. The silicone tip and cleanser helps shaping the gel without sticking into the brush. Attach to the nail and add color and detail. Glitz Crystal Picker works great to apply all the embellishments on the nail. Next, outline the design with Glitz gel painting and cure. Go over the design again with glue gel. Carefully apply the embellishments onto the design and cure. Remove excess bits before detaching from the form paper and voila! Using Glitz 3-step method to apply embellishments will ensure everything is secured into place. Next, apply the bigger embellishments first onto this nail. Once the design is complete, we're going to add the beads onto the wet layer. Remove excess beads and cure. Proceed to shaping 4D gel into an Eiffel Tower. Attach to the nail and add detail. When working on small objects, use a thin liner brush for more precise detail. Flatten the 4D gel to create our own poker cards. Cut off excess and cure. Proceed to paint and add detail before attaching onto the nail. Repeat the process for your own deck of cards. Using 4D gel, we will be creating a fun roulette. For these nails to be interactive, pierce through the roulette and also through the nail. Use a flattened pin to attach the nail and add more 4D gel to secure. Trim off the pin and add detail. It spins! Continue adding embellishments and cure. Don't forget to use the precision glue gel to better secure them. Place your bets! No more bets! For this nail, make sure to push the beads towards the center and cure. Use 4D gel to create some dollar signs, because come on, it's Vegas. Pre-shape 4D gel into a cube and sharpen edges with a file to create your own dice. And for your own Vegas chips, flatten small bits of 4D gel and cure. Then add detail for a more realistic look and attach onto the nail. And of course, add more bling. To create our very own diamond nail, you'll need to cut small geometric pieces of clear plastic. Add a layer of glue gel and top coat and carefully attach the pieces to the nail. After curing, you can remove the plastic pieces and add embellishments to complete the design. I'm so fascinated with this diamond effect. I loved how glitzy and flashy these nails turned out. Definitely showstoppers. I hope you all enjoyed this set and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to follow my journey in the NTNA Season 7. Special thanks to Glitz Accessories and such for sponsoring this challenge.
All right, so I do want to say, because I think Nancy would want to hear this, Trina in the chat says, I just love the name itself, Glitz and Glam Accessories.
Glitz
But it's
accessories.
Glitz and
such.
accessories and such.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't in our
That's
industry?
I mean, it's kind of genius, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, to do more embellishments,
It's
right?
you get never enough glitter and
No,
rhinestones
totally.
and glitz.
And like they got really fun stuff in this package, like the dragon scales. Like it's not like your average like
There was
glitter.
some fun
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
being shown.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Giselle. So glad we have a video of Giselle and everybody can get to know her.
And I want to say, Giselle, about your video, I really think you improved week over week over week. Like, I remember like a couple weeks ago, your video was like kind of all over the place, and the insets and the sound was different. And you were kind of like, I know Hemi mentioned the subtitles weren't staying on long enough. But I felt like this week it was really, really great. Like I felt like you timed out the subtitles. It was very clear. It was very focused. We could follow you. So I just want to say I think you improved dramatically. Like I think this was such a good video.
She hit some things I was complaining about before, going where people make all of the accessories and then randomly put them on the nails, and you're like, what nail is that? What nail is that?
Yeah.
But she carried her design through this set.
Yes.
And then like so far all of them, Nancy, I already said this at the start of the show, your precision glue and your 3 steps to making the stones, like by the 3rd video I was watching, I was like, I gotta get me some of this stuff.
I know you could.
I got it. I need it. I want to wear rhinestones, and they're always popping
you could
off.
do it. Yeah, you need some.
So, Nancy, do you have any feedback as a judge? Because it's your week on the set that Giselle did here.
It's really well done, Giselle's. Is this set? I really enjoyed every single details and different nails that Giselle did. It's really details, and I love one of the favorite nails I like to as well is the ring fingers, and she draw the gel painting and then she sprinkled that neon diamond pixies on.
That was my favorite too.
I really like that one as well, and every single thing that she did is really details. But this set can be a lot like more dramatic and really bring it out to showing off. If you put the colors, like get all 10 of them, get colors, be in one theme. They can do sugars and everything else, like a slot machine. But if you put it all in one theme, it have 10 of them will be connected together. It's going to be even better.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Cohesiveness.
She's got a lot of real estate
Pick-
there. She's
pick
not
a theme.
utilizing. Yeah.
Right. And I kind of want to go back to what we were saying at the break, and I think we've said this at other challenges. Like, when everyone comes to the party with the same dress or the same idea, it makes it so much harder for you all to compete, because then you really do get compared side by side by side. And, like, I understand, like, they're not all telling each other what they're doing out of secrecy, which I understand that thinking. But then the danger is everyone comes with a roulette table. Yeah. Everyone comes with a showgirl. And, like, Giselle's roulette table is just, we've seen other more detailed ones this week. And so it's just kind of, like, unfortunate. I don't know how else to cure that. But, like, it just...
Gotta go outside the box.
You gotta think differently.
You gotta think outside the box. What else is really popular in Las Vegas that has a feather on it?
Yeah, there was
Helen does a flamingo.
Yeah, but there was a couple. There were two
flamingos.
There was no like stratosphere or like I don't. Maybe we go too much. There was no roller coaster.
Yeah, because there are some fun elements.
There was no martini.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's why I really like to see the martini.
Yeah. You got to think outside, and this is for everybody. These comments, because
totally, I agree.
Because we've seen in the past people do stuff that we're comparing. Because now
or like the shopping.
Yeah.
Now I want to go to Vegas.
I know. Right. Yeah. So, my comment was the same. I just felt like you have so much real estate here. Maybe on the dollar signs, now we've already seen money painted. Money painted on a nail compared to dollar signs on and just glued on the nail. Yeah. That's a comparison. That's tough. Do love those dice though.
The dice and the chips were really, really cute. That was such a cute nail to watch her assemble. I agree.
Yeah. All in all, great work. Beautiful structure. You got nails on there. They look amazing. I would just say, show us, 20 days worth of work in 10.
Totally, absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right, so our next competitor is Helen.
And poor Helen living in Australia. She's never been to Las Vegas.
I know.
But I feel like these nails look like she's been to Las Vegas, so props to her. Because it looks like she knows exactly what she's talking about.
I have to look at my notes again, because now we don't have the commercial, we call it our commercial break when people are watching the video. Nancy, do you have any first glance comments on Helen's set that you want to share?
Helen's set is really beautiful. Every single detail we watching it and seeing the details. One of the things I really like is the size for Welcome to Las Vegas.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really nice that she did the flamingos, because I remember one of the hotels I was staying at a long time, when the first time I was there, is a Flamingos Hotel, right in the heart of center of Las Vegas. Yeah. Just really bring it out really nicely. And the spinnings on the gimbal table is really stunning as well.
This is a good example of a roulette wheel standing out, as opposed to the details on her roulette wheel are pretty outstanding.
The sign, I think, because we saw again a few signs, I think this is
I love how she made her letters.
Sign. This is
how she made her letters. In my notes, I literally...
Is it the jump ring? Is she the one who used the jump ring?
Yeah.
The jump rings were great.
I literally wrote great welcome sign, made a W with a circle around it. Letters are cool.
Yeah, no, great lettering. I also like the palm trees too, because like I think of like the palms or like it's in the desert. It's just kind of one of the things you have to think about. And then she did the diamond, right? She did the diamond patterns where she was making
the dragon scales.
Yeah.
I don't.
But
she
was, like,
did.
filing
But dragon scales are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's more for you, Nancy. Those dragon scales are cool.
The hearts and the spades and the clubs and the diamonds.
Oh, she did have that nail that was in two pieces connected with the
that's
dollar
the green,
sign. That was
the green
cool.
one. Yeah, I just thought there were a lot of cool hidden tips and tricks in here.
Yeah. My negative, Helen, is. So look at the ring finger, for example, the green nail with the 3 sevens. Like, for me, I caught it in your video, and if I hadn't caught it in your video, I wouldn't even be saying it. But those being in the center of a nail, that's a two-sided piece of art.
Right.
And she outlined the number 7s in these blue lines, but when I saw it in the video on the other side, it wasn't finished. And it was the end of the video. So maybe you did finish it, but in your video it wasn't finished. At the end. So if you're going to use a piece that's centered on the nail, you know, this way, make sure it's finished on both sides. Yeah. And there is another competitor who did something similar to this later, where I then looked to make sure she did, and it was done on both sides.
Right.
Actually, I couldn't see her both sides. So just remember, we're looking at it from all angles.
Every angle. Right.
Yeah, just because you're taking a flat picture.
Totally.
Do you have any other comments, Nancy, on this set for Helen?
On this set, for the ring fingers, one of this on the other ones.
The one with the palm trees.
Second side is standing up really is really stunning though, and I do agree with you know.
Yeah, she's talking about. You're talking about the one with the suits. It's the ring finger, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the one with the suits. I'm gonna hold it up in case we can get it. It's this one. It has like the hearts,
I
the
love
spades.
that too. I love that too. I love that too. It was shaping, playing with shape. Yeah.
Definitely cool and unusual.
Yes.
I like cool and unusual.
Me too. I love it. Yeah. I want to see the unexpected. Yeah.
So after Helen, our next competitor is Jessica Wozniak. Wozniak. I have to look at my notes again.
Okay, so I want to say with Jessica, I feel like she chose some really unique points of inspiration, which at this point, that's what I expect from Jessica. Yeah. But I feel like we couldn't tell as well what they were. So she chose the Cosmopolitan, which I was stunned more people didn't choose the Cosmopolitan. Yeah. Because the Cosmopolitan has a chandelier bar, which would be like Crystal City, like crystal encrusted bar. I go every year, I think. It's so beautiful, and you can't really tell that that's what it is, but it's the nail with the shoe. So I think we could have gone a little bit further here with some of the inspirations. The wedding nail was also a really good idea because again, a lot of people go to Vegas to get married, and like and a lot of people really chose that. But Jessica, we can't tell that you chose something so unique because it's just kind of, you can't really see as much except for the ring. And then again, you chose Cirque du Soleil, which I was like, that is the shows. Like that is such an important part of Las Vegas. And I love that you wanted to do this water nail. You know, also makes me think of the pools at Vegas, which I'm also a huge fan of. But then again, you can't see the little guy in the,
it's hard.
In the
Some
nail.
Details aren't there.
Yeah, so like Jess, like you totally thought outside the box. I feel like for inspiration, you chose these really, really, really cool things. But like we just couldn't see them enough, and I just wish we could have seen these things like accentuated. I
have to agree. Like if you've never seen her picture, you don't know the theme, you don't read the theme. I always start with the video, like I said, and when I watch the video, you know, by the end of it, I understand. But if I love the microphone now. Yeah, I love it. But I wouldn't know that was a microphone nail without the video. Because the microphone, the handle part's usually smaller than the part.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then, and for me, I mean, I said, I think it was last week or the week before, going huge on your artwork isn't always as impressive. You need, if you want to really impress somebody, go small and be so mega detailed in all those fine lines and impress us. But in this case, like her cards when she showed them up close, they didn't look as perfectly painted.
Right, and that for me that was a huge bummer because she spent I don't know how much time. I don't know how you still have sight, Jessica, because she's one of the people who hand painted
like
a
lot of painting.
The intricate card, not just like 3 of hearts. She hand painted like the king, the queen. Like you chose these challenging characters to paint, and then I couldn't even like see them that well, and I was kind of bummed.
I wonder where those hours could have been.
Right, I know, and I was bummed for her.
I love her flamingo though. I'm just gonna
It's cute.
Nancy, you can chime in anytime because we'll just talk our butts off. What are your ups and downs on Jessica's set?
It's just her set is as I see it's beautiful, well done. But it's like truly separate of the same is not in the same themes.
Right.
If you see it of the looks of the first, you can see wow. So then I really have to watch it over and over the videos to shoot really details. But I have to give her the credits really good for the index fingers with flamingos with the hair. Like,
I love
that too. Yeah, the hair.
Yeah, best flamingo.
Yeah.
And for the nails that was cosmetology, if she had with the longer nails, if she doing a whole longer, so give her more of the curtain look.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Longer nails. Yeah, I think longer nails for the set would have helped her. You're right. Yeah,
definitely.
Yes. Because that hotel, actually, you can see it from all the way top, and it is all that, the curtain is just hang all the way down.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think a challenge too when people do those water nails, and I love it, it's great, but there's two challenges. One, in order to get enough space for the fluid to move and your pieces inside, you also thicken the nail.
I was gonna say to see
so there's a fine line between you gotta get stuff moving, but don't be so thick it doesn't. So that's a challenge.
And the glare.
It didn't. I mean, I saw it in the video. Great job capturing it in the video, but like you said, you can't see the dye bar in. I'm still confused about the bug. Did I miss something on the bug?
The bug?
I gotta look at my notes. I know she.
Oh, I don't know if it's a bug. Wait, I'm not remembering.
Looks like what's the green?
It looks like a gecko.
I thought
she loves
that was
bugs.
like a little praying mantis.
Praying mantis. It is a praying mantis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I thought it was a praying mantis.
Likes bugs.
That's what it's meant to be. She did it.
Remember last year the locusts were in Vegas?
Yeah.
Someone should have done a locust.
Oh my God.
Oh, there were like locusts swarming on us.
But I don't know if I missed it in the video. What was the bug?
I don't remember the reference.
She's in the chat,
I remember she said praying mantis.
Somebody help me out. Yeah. Yeah. So all in all, though, I mean, I think it is. Yeah. I liked she pressed the netting into the showgirl's chest, missing part of her face. But I would do that because, like I said, I can't do faces.
If you can't do faces well,
it's a creative way of getting around it.
Yeah, I like the neon sign too. She made hers like more nighttime and like neon, like the old like Fremont Street. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I just think her inspirations were so unique. She should have pushed them more.
I have one video
Go
comment.
For it.
Please don't hate me. And if you know me well enough, I'm the person that says this. Like, it was so chaotic in the beginning. I love your lovely children. Beautiful. Love it. But, like, I was like, hey, this is Vegas. You know, and I know people bringing their kids to Vegas. But I want to see the adult Vegas. But for me, I actually wrote the word chaos. And for me, as a viewer, step back, pretend you're a viewer, and you're just watching this video for the first time. Like, my brain immediately wrote, it's the literally the third word on my line is chaos. Like, I felt it was chaotic.
And Jan, you know, I get Jan's scores. I get Jan's scores Tuesday night, so I do have them before this show, but I don't remember all of them because they're very lengthy. Yeah. But Jan did say too for this video, kind of like along the lines of what you're saying, if you're coming to watch how Jessica made these nails and you're like, I want to learn from Jessica or whoever, and you open up the video like that, it's kind of fun, but also like you're thrown because you're like, wait, I came to see a nail video.
Yeah, because you have 10 seconds to capture
a
viewer.
Exactly.
We know this on Instagram, on Facebook, when we're selling. So in 10 seconds, if they don't know what you're doing, you kind of lost them.
Right. So just something to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I love you, beautiful children, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, somebody else who has beautiful children, Katie.
Someone who can sing.
Oh my God, yeah, we learned in this video. We are showing this video today. Just because Katie sings some Reba.
Please, I want to see this again.
Yeah, so come watch this video and we'll come back and talk about the Reba singing Katie nails.
Yeah.
NTNA Challenge 4 Vegas Vacation, sponsored by Glitz Accessories and such.
Hello everybody! In today's video I'm going to be showing you Challenge 4 for Season 7 of Nails Next Top Nail Artist, and this is sponsored by Glitz Accessories and such, and they wanted us to create a set based on the glitzy, glamorous Las Vegas, and what's more glitzy and glamorous than a queen? So I based my design off the queen of country music who plays at Caesar's Palace. in the Coliseum, Reba McEntire, and I am obviously a huge fan. And to prove it to you guys, I'm going to sing a short clip of one of my favorite songs from her. You ready, Melody? Okay. I set my mind to it, said I wasn't gonna do it, no how, no sir, no way. I wouldn't get my heart up, gonna keep my guard up and save it for another day. Then you walked in with that crazy grin and everything I started for got lost in your eyes and flew right out the door. And so I hope you guys like this. I'm absolutely a huge fan of Reba. So I have Reba on one hand and Michelangelo's David on the other hand. And there's a replica of David at Caesar's Palace. And don't forget to vote on Monday. Help keep me in this competition, guys. And then hopefully we'll be back next week. Bye.
I began by creating a very soft gradient in the background using a pinky purple, then the Glitz Color Gel Majestic Blue, slightly diluted, and just blend that down the nail. Then to start sculpting my Reba, I began with the color Creme de la Creme and their 4D gel, and I'm going to just start with her face and then work my way down. Whenever you're working with 4D gel, I would recommend doing like a section at a time, so work on like her face shape and then add details like her nose and her eyes and cure them between each step. To sculpt her arms, since they are off the nail, I held a nail form backing snug against the nail and I sculpted them step by step on that. Add the microphone and each finger, working like I said before, step by step little bits. Paint her dress onto her body with the color Crimson Red, and that's their gel paint. And then to make her hair color, I mixed some of the 4D Sweet Orange with the 4D Forest Green to create a little bit less of a vibrant orange, which gives you a really nice natural redhead hair color. Sculpt her hair in small sections and use a silicone tool, pressing it back and forth to create some waves. Then using gel paint in various shades of kind of creams and browns, I'm going to be adding all of the detail and shading on Reba's skin. So when you're doing this, use a couple different shades, so mix a little bit more red or a little bit more green into the color to give it different tones. That way you're going to have so much more depth in her skin tone. Add some details with black gel paint, like painting her fingernails and outlining her eyelashes. With the color Pure White, you're going to want to fill in her eyes. And then with a little bit of a pink gel paint, you're going to want to add details to her lips. And with the Majestic Blue, her eye color. Then going back with a dark crimsony red color for her hair, add some low lights in it. And then with a brighter orange, add highlights. Finish the Reba nail with a very thin layer of matte top coat. To glitzify her dress, I'm going to be applying a layer of condensed glue gel. And then I'm going to float a layer of the Eye Hold No Wipe top coat over the top of that. So really don't touch the brush to the nail, just really glide it across. And you can use a smaller brush to fill in the areas that are harder to reach. Press red crystals into the uncured gel, and then with the Diamond Dust Pixie in red, pour from one triangle-shaped dish to the other. The fine tip of the triangle dish really poured nicely over the top of the dress. Then using the Precision Glue Gel, fill in any spaces around the crystals that needs a little bit more glue to really hold them in place and cure it again. On your nail form backing, sculpt your music notes. I used the 4D gel in the color Passionate Pink. And then after you have all of them sculpted and cured, you can attach them to the nails in the places that fill in the background nicely. Paint over the music notes with the color Crimson Red gel paint, and then in the same process of the glue gel, no wipe top coat, and precision glue gel, attach a collection of rhinestones over the background in various colors, and then pour over the pink Diamond Dust Pixie to fill in the background. The pink lets the gradient from the background show through, with still adding just a little bit more brightness to it. Using a gloved hand or a lint-free wipe, press in the sides so that the pixie tucks in and creates a nice smooth finish to the edge of the nail. Doing this really helps the final look, and it also helps sort of set the rhinestones and the crystals into place so that once it's cured, it really does have a finished look. On a nail form backing using their Pure White color gel, I'm going to paint a long strip for the sheet music that is wrapped around the thumbnail. Start with a treble clef and then add very narrow lines with black gel paint going across the length of your piece of sheet music. Then for the music notes, I'm going to actually use the notes from the first line of Reba's song Survivor, which is one of my favorites and the first song of hers I fell in love with. Attach that piece of sheet music going around the nail in a nice little circle, and then using the same crystal application method, going to attach black rhinestones for each note. To do Michelangelo's David, you're going to repeat the same basic steps as you did for Reba. However, I lightened my color, the Creme de la Creme 4D gel, by mixing in a touch of the Pure White gel paint. This made the gel a little bit easier and softer to work with, and it also lightened the color, so I found it was a really good system for sculpting him. paint some fairly severe highlights on your sculpture of David with the pure white gel paint. This sculpture has very vivid features. He has very extreme muscle structure, and you want it to really show off on the nail. So add more depth with a darker shade. So mix some white and some black gel paint together to create various shades of gray to add the depth to the rest of the sculpture. And don't be afraid to do dramatic highlighting and low lighting so that he really looks like he has a very severe presence to him and a very commanding presence. Add a touch of black gel paint here and there to really outline certain areas. On the thumb, I'm going to sculpt the Caesar's Palace logo using the same method as I did for Michelangelo's David, and then I'm going to paint over it with a very thin layer of gold gel, and then add some gold foil to it and a couple little black lines. Nothing too much. You don't want to over detail this nail. You want to keep it looking like the logo and keep it simple. So here is the final set. I have some crown molding style leaves surrounding David. The whole background has a gorgeous collection of crystals covering it. This whole set just screams glitz and glam to me as an avid Reba fan. I was so excited to get to sculpt her, and to create something so extravagant and extreme was really a joy to be working with. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Obviously I'm a singer, so getting to sing for you guys too was a little bit fun. And don't forget to vote on Monday. I will put a link in the description box when it is available, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
I just want to give Katie a pat on the back for being brave enough to sing on video.
And she's a good singer. I can't believe
really good.
this. She can sing, she can cook, she can do great nails, she can do great videos. Like, the
Super
talents
cute.
coming out of this group
I think it's
are overwhelming.
being vulnerable when you a cappella too.
Well, and she like did it right there with her kid,
Yeah.
her cat. Like, I mean, she just like went for it. Like,
You
right
would
there.
judge the cat. The cat was
I
there.
had to mention the cat. Yeah.
So we have Reba and
David.
We still think that's Caesar.
I thought it was Caesar.
I thought it was
and
Caesar when she was
I
making
kind of
it.
thought it was Marie Osmond too,
Oh.
because they're both in Vegas.
Yeah.
I do want to say props to Katie though, because you chose something different than your fellow competitors this week without realizing it, and kind of like what Nancy was saying about pick a theme. You know, like pick something maybe and go cohesive. I feel like you kind of did pick a theme, right? Like you went very specifically for the music and for like the spotlight on, you know, Caesar's Palace and David in particular. So I do want to applaud that. I feel like you kind of like went a different route, and I appreciate that. Yeah.
Nancy, what do you think?
I think Katie's well done for her set. Is watching her live videos or her videos on it just really impressive.
Yeah.
And everything detail she does, and music notes, and she's painting, she's with sprinkles, all the diamond fixing on, and also with the drawing and painting a music note that is really stunning. And she's sculpting with all that, but if she can even do it better, it will be maybe that will be a pick a theme. When she pick a theme, it's just on if for someone who haven't been in Vegas, they would not figure out what is really is famous about Vegas, because Caesar Palace is one part of Vegas, like one of the really big, you know, hotels in Vegas. So
you're wanting more Vegas in there than just two aspects.
I think she wants something more obviously Vegas.
Yeah.
But I think that the crystal here, there is no shortage of crystal, and I agree with you, and I think that we're kind of relying on that glitz to say Vegas, right? Like if you don't know it, like you're relying on all that sparkle. Which
I love Reba's dress.
Yeah, and their bracelet.
The way she did the dress with the big red stones first. Yeah. And then did the little tiny red pixies in the jars. Like that was really cool. I thought that was a great way of doing it. Yeah. I know these are the showpieces because you did two amazing like people. Right. But for me, I thought that those thumbs were pretty amazing in itself. Cool. Yeah. And I would just suggest trying to find a better way to shoot this set and still get the thumbs in there, because that piece on the thumb on the Caesar David hand and the musical note paper wrapping around the nail was such cool elements. But thank God for the video, we got to see them more than you get to see them in this picture.
And I do want to say about your video, Katie, going back to last week. I think a lot of the judges commented that she was talking too fast in her video. And I remember when I told Katie this comment, she's like, "Oh, that's so hard. It's so hard for me to slow down."
I kind of do that too.
But this week, if you listened, she did a great job. I feel like you slowed down, and it probably killed you, but it sounded really good. So keep it up. Yeah, for sure.
That's good that she's hearing.
She did.
What people
and I think
are
she
saying
did
and
it.
doing.
Yeah.
Happy. Say hi to Melody. She was her daughter was in her video.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Without chaos.
Her singing partner.
Yeah, her singing partner. She's super cute. All right, great job. Our next competitor is Kelsey. Our girl.
Your
Kelsey.
girl.
Our girl.
Girl.
Kelsey.
It's your girl.
My little onion.
Yeah. The onion. Oh.
So I am definitely showing this video because there's some cool elements to the way this all came together.
Yeah.
And it explains a comment I made earlier. So let's go to Kelsey's video, and then we're going to come back and talk about the nails.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've been waiting for.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Kelsey's Claws, and as you can tell, I can't sing, but I'm still in the running for becoming your Nails Next Top Nail Artist Season 7. So for challenge number 4, sponsored by Glitz Accessories and such, it's Vegas, baby! Create 10 nails inspired by Vegas with 60% of Glitz crystals. This set is classy, sassy, and opulent. And I thought it was a good time to revisit my portrait work because last year, it didn't go so well. So hopefully it goes better this time around. This set is inspired by architecture, gambling, iconic landmarks and people, and of course, magic. It's showtime.
Start by buffing your nail tips. Take tip cutters and cut approximately 3/4 of the nail off. Take your netting and adhere it to the nail using Glitz glue gel and your twin tips brush. Cut off excess and float eye hole gel on top to create a smooth surface. Using gold acrylic on backing paper, sculpt out a freehand filigree design inspired by the beautiful architecture in Caesar's Palace. Create a jewelry-like setting with acrylic and apply the glue gel to hold your red flame crystals. This is inspired by the breathtaking botanical gardens in the Bellagio. Money nails are a hot trend right now, so if you want to take it up a notch, paint the money. You can cut dragon scale glitter to fit into various areas to create a cohesive look. Take pure white, green, and black and mix to create a dirty money green. Use your twin tips brush to draw out the outline of the number 100. Shade the inside and add more outlines. For a realistic look, it's all about shading and highlights. Always check the reference photo for accuracy. Use eye hole gel to adhere the glitter and make sure to pat and press before curing. The Glitz trifecta ensures your crystals won't come off. Step 1. Apply a generous amount of glue gel. Step 2. Float eye hole gel on top of the glue gel. Place your crystals and pushing slightly down. This will create a vacuum-like seal when cured. Step 3. Finish with the precision glue gel. This will seal any rough edges that may get caught. Time for the test. Oh yeah, those crystals aren't going anywhere. Money, money, money! Use Majestic Blue thinly to create a beautiful jelly nail. After buffing where you want your 3D to go, use 4D gel in Passionate Pink and Creme de la Creme and your dual 3D brush to sculpt your Flamingo Hotel. Keep your silicone tool and brush saturated with IPA to prevent sticking, then pat and press and keep molding it until you're happy and cure. Use your precision glue gel applicator to adhere individual glitter dots to create a running lights effect. Did you know the Flamingo Hotel has been an 11-year residency to Donny Osmond, who you will see later in the video? The Westgate Las Vegas Hotel is known for its various name changes and where Elvis performed the most. Use Sharpie markers to gently color on top of the crystals. You can still see the beautiful shine. Use IPA to gently wipe off the color and voila, good as new. No crystals were harmed in the making of this video. Cut your tip into 3 pieces and then take fishing line and glue it onto the back of the nail to create a floating effect. Time for a cocktail! A dash of AB Pixies and green diamond pixie dust to enhance the green sparkle. Mix it up. Paint the nail green and then use your 3-step method. Glue gel, eye hole top coat, apply your crystals and your diamond pixie dust, cure, and seal with your precision glue. The precision glue gel is strong and helps these crystals to defy gravity and helping to create that magical illusion. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. It's Vegas, so of course Elvis had to be in this set. So when doing portrait work, it is crucial to always reference the photo. Also thin layers, shadows, and highlights. Elvis and Donny Osmond. Pour eye hole gel onto the saran wrap and use a firm piece of plastic to flatten it and cure. This will be strong but flexible, cut into shape. Use crimson red to spell out Glitz. Starting in the middle of your lettering will ensure it goes straight and in the middle. Use pure white to cover the whole sign and on top of the lettering. Make sure to get into all the cracks. Use 2 coats to build up the strength and opacity. Finish with top coat. Turn the sign backwards and with your e-file, follow the red letters to carve out the word Glitz. Be patient and go slow. On the front side, paint around the carving with red gel. And bling it up. Use your yellow Sharpie to create a flashing lights effect, similar to the real Vegas sign. Use glue gel to attach a light to the back of the sign to amp it up even more. Time to sculpt our showgirls. Make sure to keep your tools saturated and follow a reference photo to create accurate proportions. And if you accidentally push something down, just push the girls back up. If only it was that easy. Use forest green and passionate pink to create her outfit. Vegas showgirls have a massive headpiece adorned with crystals and feathers. It's all about the spectacle and opulence. When sculpting clothing, make sure it falls just how a real skirt would to create a realistic effect. That means wrinkles, ruffles, and shadows. Attach magnets to the bottom of the thumbs and to the back side of the showgirls with 4D gel. Bling up her outfit with crystals and adorn with faux feathers. Add definition to her body with shadows and highlights. Painting her face is like applying makeup, contour, cheeks, eyeliner, lashes, and lips. Ta-da! And there you have it, my Vegas-inspired nails that have the show, the glitz, the magic, and the opulence. Thank you so much, Glitz Accessories and such, for the awesome products and challenge. If you like this set, please don't forget to vote for it to help keep your girl in the competition. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
All right. Crickets. Crickets.
Crystal.
Hello? Anybody there?
They're all planning their trips to Vegas.
Where is
They're all
everybody?
planning their trips to Las Vegas.
I'm going, is something wrong with my phone? I'm like, Beth, what have you got?
They're checking on Orbit.
Yeah, like,
they're looking on Expedia. They're
where
like,
is
how do I get to
everybody?
Vegas?
I want to hear comments because, like, even with Katie, like, I thought something was wrong with my phone because everything went so quiet all of a sudden. No. And I'm like, where is everybody?
They're all mesmerized by the crystal.
There's so much to talk about.
Right.
Where do we begin, ladies?
Can we start at the thumbs?
Yeah.
Because I was really shocked there weren't more Elvis references than the other Vegas sets.
I know.
And Kelsey, I haven't been sitting around thinking for a year, that set that you made, the Fast and the Furious, wow, Kelsey needs to improve her portraiture. I was never thinking that, but in your video, you call attention to it, and you're like, I wanted to up my portrait game, and then you really did. I mean, like, once you showed it, I was like, okay.
You blew it out of the water.
You did it. I forgot that you had done that last year, but, like, pretty great. Kudos to you for really upping the ante and pushing yourself.
And her other portrait is on the money.
Yeah.
Oh my
God, that money.
Franklin's face.
Love that money.
I love the money, and that's what I was referencing earlier when we were talking about Giselle's set, and I was saying you get dollar signs. Yeah. This is an example of 2 girls showed up to prom in the same dress.
Right.
You know,
right.
Giselle did dollar signs, but then Kelsey did the whole damn dollar.
Totally.
You know?
I agree.
So great. Nancy, what's your favorite? I mean, like, there's so many things. Is there any one particular thing that stands out to you on this set?
This for this set for Kelsey, it's so
Yeah.
well done. If you look at the pictures, you can't really tell until you really want to go in watching her video.
Yeah.
Every detail she's sculpting it with 40 gels, and she did it with dragon scales, and she did it with all the crystals. And is the favorite is seeing it how she's sculpting the shoulders, and she's doing it every single detail. You can't really see it from the pictures, but watching the videos, every single little detail she's doing it. And the little on the tip nails, it looks like she's using the metal. If you're seeing it as a picture, but you was watching her video when she's sculpting it, and she do very single detail and painted it on. It's really impressive.
I think so. What about the Sharpies?
Oh, the gems.
The
Sharpies
really
on the
gems.
gems.
The Sharpies on the stone.
Yeah.
You see, it's really like, wow. I don't know if it's gonna be like turning it neon, because it's one of the videos she's showing it. You can see that it's kind of, it's in neons. I think it's under the black light.
Yeah, what a great way of saying
When you don't get the right color.
Really wish I had a rhinestone this color, so instead I'm going to whip out a Sharpie and make it.
Yeah, totally.
That was brilliant.
It's really creative though. Like it's a great challenge that, you get what you work with what we get, and you just really make the best out of it.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
to give her really good credits for that.
Exactly.
Really.
My wish now is because she gives a beautiful tribute to your brand by placing you in the center of all of this amazing art, instead of the Las Vegas sign, which we know that's the famous Las Vegas sign, but I would like that to be better.
I would too. I think that was like the only, and I think it says NTNA on top.
It does in stone.
But you can't really see that. So I think like that's the one thing.
The glitz is a little off center.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go so hard, take it all the way home.
Totally.
And to me, I would want that sign if I'm glitz, if I'm Nancy and Vicky. I'm wanting that sign to be so much more over the moon.
Next year she's gonna do another challenge this time of year and be like, remember when you said you wanted my lettering?
God, I hope this girl does not have to.
No, she
do
won't do
another
it
year.
another year. I did want to point out though, Kelsey, like something Jan did say about you that I'm remembering and I'm going to share with you, is that we all love your videos. I think your videos are quite masterful. You've done this for 2 years now. But Jan was saying she loves that you come at us and you say, it's your girl, Kelsey. Like she just loves that.
Now it's a key thing.
Yeah, and she loves that like you're owning the space. Like, hey, I'm here for you. I'm going to teach you some really cool nail stuff. Like, so we love that, and you can't let that go now. You have to keep that. So
I muted one, and it made me.
I thought you were
my
just
ring
like,
is going on.
Oh, good compliment.
Awesome job, Kelsey. Let's see. We now, Becca, my little knitter friend.
Yeah.
She is so cute in her videos. So I'm sharing hers, this one, because she took some hand painting in this video to a whole new level for me.
I love these.
I'm in love.
I love these.
Yeah, deep love. So watch this video, and we'll come back and talk about them.
Give me a second.
Oh, poor Nancy. Okay. I didn't know why Nancy was wagging a finger at me. She needs a second.
No, that's cool.
So, Becca are you good?
Do you want us to act out the video?
We can keep talking.
I was going to say, I just want to say, like, in a sea of the same prom dress, Becca brought me something so different this week. I was so happy, and I love her choice of Vegas at night.
Yes.
Because I love Vegas at night. I love Vegas at night.
It was really smart. Poor Nancy.
Well, when you go out on a rooftop, I'm going to keep talking because I love these nails.
I say Nancy. I don't mean poor Nancy Tran. I mean poor Nancy, our girl running the switch.
But like when you go out on a rooftop, like that's why you go on a rooftop bar. It's
for
like
the
the lights. And then she hand painted it. Like, my God, she showed us what she could do.
You're totally picking my favorite experiences. It's going to a club on a roof at night.
Yeah, like I feel like she just gave us this whole other side to Las Vegas. And then the roulette being in half, like I thought was also a really cool way to show it that no one else did.
Yeah.
I need to gamble more so like I understand more of these games.
You good?
It just looks so good.
She's giving me a thumbs up now. So now we get to show you the video So we'll be right back and talk about these
I'm going
nails
to keep
more.
looking at these.
Yeah.
I love them.
Hello everyone, I'm Becca. Welcome back to my salon. This week's challenge is from Glitz Accessories and Such. They have tasked us with making a set of 10 nails with a Las Vegas theme. Now, I've never personally been to Las Vegas, but my grandmother, Margaret Compton, was an enthusiastic gambler, and she took all the adults in my family to Vegas one year. She loved bingo, and she had her own miniature slot machine and roulette wheel. She passed away last year, so I'm making this set in her honor. Here is the sponsorship package from Glitz Accessories and Such. Start by buffing the nail tips and painting them white so they're opaque. Paint the thumbs in crimson red, the index and middle finger in majestic blue, the ring finger in an ombre from the majestic blue to a black gel polish, and the pinky also in the black gel polish. I'm going to reproduce the markings on a roulette table as a background for my sculptured roulette wheel. Buff the nails to ensure you have a matte surface. This helps to keep gel paint from spreading. Mark guidelines in pencil to be easily erased after curing the painting gel. A well-saturated brush will help to keep your lines straight. A precision cotton swab soaked in alcohol will help you wipe away mistakes. Here are the thumbnails finished. Now let's move on to the wheel. Draw the shape on the back of some nail foil paper and then use the 4D gel to start filling it in. Mix together the 4D gel in sweet orange and forest green to make a brown. Use this mixture to form the rest of the wheel. Make small discs in the brown and then stack them for the central post for a wood-turned look. Use acrylic paint for the numbered sections and to add a wood grain. Assemble the wheel, add some top coat and a lot of bling, and you have the roulette nails. While researching, I fell in love with these neon nighttime skyline pictures of Vegas, and I wanted to reproduce that across my nail set. Using several reference pictures, I've penciled in the design on the nails. This is a technique called underpainting. For this initial portion, we will only be using gel painting in pure white. For the areas that I want to show up the brightest, I'm going to do thick white lines. And for the areas that I want to recede into the dark blue, I'm going to thin the gel painting with alcohol so that it's not as opaque. Flash cure as you go to prevent smearing the design. Here is the first step of painting with white complete. At this point, make sure everything is cured and erase your pencil marks. Now for the second part, we're going to use acrylic fluorescent paints. These paints, by their nature, are very translucent, but that's exactly what we want for this application. Thinly apply the fluorescent paint, tinting the white underpainting. This, combined with the discoloration of the majestic blue, gives the design almost a neon effect. You could achieve a similar effect using neon pigments, but I'm using the paint because I want to be very precise in my color placement. Draw attention to the big landmarks like the High Roller Ferris wheel and the Eiffel Tower by doing spot highlights with the pure white painting gel. Apply a top coat, and now it's time to add some crystals at the base of our nails. Apply a thin coat of Glitz glue gel. Then float a layer of eye hold no wipe top coat over the glue gel. Don't cure yet. Carefully place your crystals on the nail. After they're all in the position you want them in, then you can cure. Then take Glitz's precision glue gel and go around the outside edge of each crystal. Cure for a final time. Here are the finished night skyline nails. Utilize a reference picture and some 4D gel and creme de la creme. Sculpt a showgirl on a nail form wrapped around the pinky nail. Use the sweet orange and passionate pink in the 4D gel to sculpt the clothes and the headpiece. Take a very thin down ruddy brown acrylic paint and use this to detail all the edging and the facial features. For the casino chip stairs, make 3 cylinders of the creme de la creme and then paint the details with acrylic paint. Cut down some feathers and then glue in place to add to the showgirl's outfit. Add some diamond dust pixie to her headpiece. Some assembly later, a little matte top coat and some bling, and the showgirl nail is finished. Please note that she does have a razor lifting her up off the surface of the nail so that there's room for the feathers. I sketch out a little reference picture of a slot machine. Wrap a nail form around the other pinky nail and begin sculpting the slot machine out of 4D gel and forest green. Add details to the slot machine using acrylic paint. Make some single casino chips by rolling some creme de la creme 4D gel into a tube and flash curing it for 10 seconds. Then carefully cut off a slice using an X-Acto blade in a rolling motion. Then paint the edges with acrylic paint. Arrange the chips, slot machine, and some bling to finish this nail. And here's the final look for my Vegas vacation nail set. I really enjoyed the challenge and it brought up a lot of good memories for me. Thank you so much, Glitz Accessories and such, and thank you, Nails Magazine, and also thank you for watching. Please go vote for your favorite competitor.
So I figured out why everybody's quiet. Silly me, because I do this too. It's like you get so engrossed in watching something like this that you can't stop to text. I could watch this painting style all day long. It was amazing. It's so cool to do that all in white and then hit it with those colors. It looks like a neon sign.
Right, and Becca's a painter. We expect her to go this route and use her strengths. And then, I mean, you know, but like I was saying before, the sculpting she does is also really great. The roulette table, I think, is a standout because of the crystals on it.
Yeah.
And then she has the background, which you just told me is
the
also
numbers
part
where you choose your number.
Clearly, I do not gamble, but it's also part of the roulette table. So I like that she showed us the whole of it.
It's so challenging to paint all those lines,
I
all
know,
those
and
numbers.
They're pretty damn straight.
Not be bigger and crooked.
Pretty damn even.
Nancy, what do you think? What's your favorite part?
For Becca's well done. My favorite part was watching her like doing paintings.
Yeah.
So many different parts I really like about this set. But the part of she's paintings, like was outlined with the white, and then she was go back and put some colors on it. And there's so many different ones. Like, it's just so fun that she did the showgirls and she put the feathers on it, and she made the own like money chips that she did, and she painted it too, and she's standing on top of that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought that was a neat way to show the showgirl, like a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, and her little chips. She did like the nice little outline on the cuticle area with the chips.
Yeah.
With the slot machine. I just thought it was good placement.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like she's put me in the foundation room on top of Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, this is the foundation.
You look at night with a good cocktail.
And she's never been, but she's put us in the foundation room. 100%.
Oh, I forgot too. I can't let it go. Her little slot machine was
That's
just
what I'm saying. The little, like the chips.
The chips,
by
at the cuticle. I did miss that. That's good. And her feathers on her showgirl.
I just, I think that for me, the only thing here is like the rules say 60%.
I know.
Crystal. And so I think, like, when I look at these nails, there's so many opportunities where you could put more crystal, right? Like, to draw highlights from those buildings. Like, she's highlighting them with paint. But you could add the crystals. You could add, like, stars in the sky.
Could be, twinkling.
I mean, there's so many opportunities. I mean, I like the crystal placement she does have. But I think she could have put more.
I would, if I was her, I wouldn't have messed up this painting at all. I would have encrusted the backs
Yeah,
Like,
something.
you can totally get away with it if you do crystals on the entire backs because it didn't say, right?
Right, exactly.
So you could have
totally.
gone away
You're
with
right.
painting
You're right.
these
You're right.
and
You
done
could've-
nothing
yeah.
but crystals on the flip side.
That would have been cool.
When we were talking about the 60%, I was sitting here going, yeah, as a judge of the Snail Olympia, I would have had to have totally seriously knocked off points.
Yeah.
Because it's a big rule that's missing.
But I loved.
But it would be painful.
But I loved these. Like, in
These
all
are
honesty, Becca,
gorgeous.
because like I loved these. I love these. So,
Yeah. Good painting techniques. I'm
gorgeous.
Our last competitor. You guys have stuck it out. It's Stella. And we do have Stella's video, so we're going to play that, and when we come back, Nancy, Beth, and I are going to talk about these nails.
Hello everyone! This is our fourth challenge for Nails Next Top Nail Artist Season 7. We were asked to create a set of 10 nails inspired by Las Vegas. I didn't have the chance to visit Vegas yet, but everyone knows it's the holy grail of entertainment, nightlife, luxury, and gambling. And this is exactly what I want to show with this creation. To create our showgirl, add a little bit of brown and red gel paint to 4D gel in order to create a skin tone. Remember to always work with gloves. Create marks to measure the face proportions. Divide in 3 sections. First is for the eyes, the second one is for the nose, and in the middle of the third there is the mouth. Keep adding product to build up the face and cure in between. Use the silicone side of the brush to give shape and the hair side to smooth. With the liner brush, paint the details on the face. For the hair, shape lines using 4D gel and attach them to the face. Cure one by one. Paint the hair. Create the fancy headpiece using Glitz 3-step method for crystal application. Attach to the feathers. For the nails next to our girl, apply the glue gel and don't cure. Apply the top coat over the gel, create the pattern with the dragon scales and cure. Use the precision gel to fill the spaces between crystals for extra secure result. To create the dies, start by making 5 squares. Attach them together to create a box shape and fill it all with acrylic. It doesn't have to be perfect in this step, we will file it later. Using a file, create space for the crystals. Paint and add the crystals with precision gel. In one side, place a disc magnet and paint over. Interesting fact, in casinos you will always see colorful patterned carpets. They are used to keep people awake and encourage them to gamble. Attach a ball magnet to the nail. And now you can play around with the dice. Cool, right? Add some crystals too to give shine. You can't miss the well-known Las Vegas welcome sign. Create all the pieces first so you can attach them together later. Create a line with the glue gel and place the circles. Use a file as a guide for straight line. Paint the circles. Attach them to the sign and paint the rest of it. Add dragon scales to make it fancy. Paint the star red and before curing, dip into glitter. In the same way, create the card symbols. And this is the final set. I hope you like it, and don't forget to vote! Thanks for watching!
I wanted her to keep being able to talk. Like, we talk so much when the videos are going.
Right.
And Nancy, our Nancy, because we have two Nancys today, is giving me the countdown of the show start. Normally I'll go to our guest, hey, countdown is 5 seconds. But I really wish what you were saying was on camera, and maybe I'll prompt you now, Nancy, because you know, it's not a real job came out how many times, that exact phrase. But so she was giving Nails in, you know, magazine a kudos for doing this competition and giving sponsors the opportunity to be on and show their products. And I wish we had behind the scenes.
Ladies, you might have to unmute yourself.
Oh, are we muted? Can she
So
not
your
hear
audio
us?
guy, you can unmute yourself. We can hear anything.
Oh, we're not muted. Is it? It might be on your end. Can you hear us? Test, test. 1, 2. Test, test.
Let's see if you can hear anything on that.
You haven't muted anything on our end. Well, here, let's ask the viewers. Can the viewers hear
Hi
us?
guys, can you hear us?
If you're in the chat and you can hear us, can the viewers hear us? They would be complaining right now.
Yeah, I think they're
Oh, Rachel's coming through. Okay, Rachel says they can hear us.
Cool.
So we're here. Oh, I can hear me on their end.
Nancy?
We're having a technical difficulty through the Skype, I think. Oh no,
We
it's
got
the last
so far.
one.
We got
so
so
close.
far. Yeah.
Oh crap! I wanted her to be able to talk about what she said because it was so uplifting to nail
We
technicians.
can rehash it. Yeah.
They're trying to make it work on their end.
Okay, I don't have her.
I mean, I can't hear you on the Skype.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the
perfect.
Skype.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is, but we gotta mute this. Can you? Do you have the remote for the TV at least so we can mute it? Yeah. Nancy's on it. She's gonna turn down the volume
Poor
because we're getting the
Nancy.
feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. Okay, there we go.
Poor
Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is Nancy's calling Nancy Tran because we're going to, something between her and Skype must have gotten
I think
mute
so,
because
yeah.
everybody else can hear us.
Right.
And we're gonna get her back in here, so at least you guys can hear because you can see her pretty face. But, anyways, what she was saying I thought was so uplifting and so nice for the nail community.
Yeah.
Because how many of us have heard at some point in our career, get a real job, nails isn't a real job. But I always go back to, you know, some of our biggest beauty brands, companies have sold for more than some hair brands.
Yeah, exactly.
So too bad, too sad. Nails are cool.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we all feel that way, but then we do something like this, or maybe we watch other people doing something like this. We watch someone like Nancy who's done nails and now owns her own company, and we say like, wow, you can do a lot. It's a job, but it's also more than that too. And it's really creative. I mean, it's given me a job. I wouldn't have a job if it weren't for all of you. So, I mean, it's
how
amazing.
lucky we are that we have a job like this that takes us all over the place.
Totally.
And we get to talk to our fans.
Yeah.
Are you able to get her, you think, on the phone?
She's texting back right now.
Okay, so they're texting. So we'll maybe once you get her on the phone, we'll just put her on speakerphone and put her over here by us so that the overhead mic can catch her.
Okay.
Just have her talk through there and I'll just turn the volume back up.
It was getting feedback from us, though. I could hear our show through her.
Just have to mute you guys on her stream.
Let's just do the phone on speaker because I think it'll be the quickest for the viewers. Is she on there? Come on in, Nan. Let everybody see.
This is the other Nancy.
Poor Nancy who's
the other
stressing.
Nancy. It's the other Nancy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear us, Nancy?
Okay, actually, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna put you on speakerphone so you can still smile for the camera. Everybody can still see you, but I'm gonna put the phone over by the microphone so everybody can hear you. Oh, it's not that loud.
Kind of.
It's not that loud. It's on speaker. Oh, talk to us again, Nance. We're still having technical issues. Yeah, it's not coming through as loud as I was hoping.
Well, I mean, we should just talk about the nails.
All right.
I think, and
just sit pretty, Nancy. We're
can
going to talk about the nails and wrap the show up.
And
it's
if you want to
say
say anything and we can hear you, we can.
Okay.
We can convey it.
So I was saying when we were talking off camera, the dragon scales are such a cool element for me. And Nancy Tran confirmed that they have 20 different colors in this style.
In Glitz.
So I would own all 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about the wiggly dice?
These were really exciting dice. She used the crystals for the numerals, and then they're magnetized, so they kind of move.
Yeah,
and
they're wiggly.
And I love it because when you think of dice, you don't think of anything static, right? You think of something you can roll.
Yeah.
So for me, they really came to life. And then we were also all talking about the carpet and the casino, which I love because casino carpet is notoriously ugly. So
and stinky.
So ugly. But Stella gave us beautiful casino carpet because not only is it like a cool pattern, but she covered it with all the crystals, which made it bearable.
She made it so much better.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was a cool tip that she gave us that the reason the carpets are so darn ugly is because they want people to stay awake and keep gambling.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Which is hysterical. And I really appreciate, Stella, that when you do your sculpting of faces, that she shows us the line, how she centers it, where the nose should be, where the mouth should be.
Yeah.
For people like me who can't even paint a face, being able to see how she maps it out makes it so
easy to replicate.
Analytical.
Yeah.
I need it to be analytical.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Oh, and I loved the dragon scales as the outline on the sign.
The sign was really great. Yeah. It's a great sign.
Yeah. Showgirl's cute. Love the feathers, everything about them. April's was still my favorite use of feathers and the way she did them, but they both, like, these could be two showgirls in the same show, but different color coordination. They were so cute. Yeah, great job. All right, I'm going to make this not be there because it's giving us feedback. So, we have a design lab that we still have to cover.
Right.
So, we had Boanna Radojicic at Christy Homola, who competed in our first design lab. What was if you want to give the viewers, what was the theme?
So the theme was starstruck. So we asked them to paint portraits of people they'd be dying to meet.
Yeah.
Right.
And so Boanna chose, and I wrote, I didn't. I forgot his name. Yeah, no, I wrote it. Look, I wrote it phonetically in the production notes. Jokovic. I spelled it phonetically.
Thank
I'm doing that now. And then Christy gave us Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And Jan, as the sole judge in the design lab, gets to pick who the winner is. And who has Jan chosen?
She chose Boanna.
Congratulations, Boanna.
Yeah.
Christy, we're so sorry to see you go. But as we always say, if you made it to this competition, you are already amazing
Serious
and a complete
competitor.
star.
Totally.
Yeah, so thank you so much for being as amazing as you are. Boyana, though, gets to move on, and our next competition now, because we know Iona, Alona has been knocked down to the Design Lab, and so let's have a look at Boyana's design, which I have a picture for the viewers. And do you want to give what it is?
So do you want the theme first?
Yeah, you go ahead and read the theme. They're going to show the... Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't even say
It's
the
okay.
theme.
Yeah.
What's the theme this week, Beth?
Okay, so since Ilona was kicked off after LeChat's Nails Armory Superpower Challenge, what we did is we based this last challenge on that loosely. So the theme this week was kryptonite. So sculpt your weakness on a single nail tip.
Cool idea. The opposite. Such a cool idea. So what was Boyana's inspiration?
So Boyana's inspiration was, my first thought was to do a dog, because I think my greatest weakness is abandoned animals on the street. Me too. But as I've caught a cold and couldn't get out from bed, I've realized that my weakness at the moment is my health. And that is the only thing you can't buy. I've chosen to do caduceus, symbol of health. The caduceus is a very old symbol and was used by the Babylonians, the people of Mesopotamia, and was also found on papyrus records in ancient Egypt. The caduceus is a stick of Hermes, the Greek god of commerce, around whom two snakes twist symmetrically. The only true connection of this god with medicine is that he gave birth to Aesculapi's mother, Corona, princess of Sicily, coronavirus, who conceived Aesculapi by the god Apollo, the god of healing. Hermes also personified the skill of alchemy, which until medieval times was part of medicine. How ironic. She did that on purpose.
So I'm laughing.
She did that on purpose.
Because as God is my witness, Beth, I haven't read these.
I didn't either.
I haven't even read them.
I didn't either.
And I know
which is why I tripped over the names.
But I know what's going through your head. You're going, Elaine, maybe read this one, because Elaine did not want to read each and every one of those names, because I would have made that sound.
Corona,
it would have been so bad.
How
I know.
Timely.
So I am giving you
up on
such a pat on your back for getting through that.
And Boyana, what a timely reference.
Very cool, though, the way that she
It's
interpreted
so
it into a nail.
Right.
I love it.
Right, and I know Boyana's been under the weather, so I want to wish her and Iona well wishes. I think they're both feeling a little sick.
I think when you're in a competition like this and it's taking up so much of your time,
you're not carrying.
You still have real life, you still have your business.
Yeah,
I think it's easy for somebody to come down with something. So I'm going to read Ilona's.
Go for it.
And it says, we were asked to sculpt a 3D design based on our weakness on a single tip. Mine is time. As Benjamin Franklin once said, lost time is never found again. You can't keep today's hour for tomorrow. We all know that, but still tend to procrastinate. I am the queen of procrastination. Benjamin Franklin warns that time is a scarce resource, and if it is wasted, it cannot be recovered later. This is why my mindful planning and work on productivity are so important. This work represents me. My birth year is that of a golden dragon, and I often refer to myself as an iron woman. Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah,
I love that.
It is.
I'm always afraid of wasting time and not do my most. This is the main reason I never stop, rest, or take time off for holiday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And that just is a mix of you're going to need bed rest.
Yeah.
And you're going to come down with something. But this piece, though, is so cool.
It is.
It
really
is
cool.
very cool
It's
piece.
super cool.
Both of them are. This is incredible. Like, part of me really wishes you guys forced them to do a video too.
I know. I was thinking that actually.
Like,
because
how have we gotten this far?
Because they only have 7. Because you only have from Friday to Monday.
Because one
because you don't know until Friday.
Yeah, so
they
their
can't
time
make a
is
video.
really short.
They can't make a video. Yeah.
That stinks.
Yeah.
I do. So again, congratulations.
Yeah.
She leaves us wanting more.
I know.
But so. Congratulations to you both for being in the design lab and staying in the design lab. And next week we will reveal who is going to continue on. But we do have a super scoop because we have next week we have another sponsor, Ugly Ducklings. And what is their challenge going to be?
Sure. So next week's challenge is Once Upon a Time, sponsored by Ugly Duckling. Nursery rhymes have been entertaining children for hundreds of years. The Ugly Duckling is a popular example of a children's story that still has an effect on all those who hear it. For this week's challenge, Ugly Duckling is asking you to bring your favorite nursery rhyme to life on 5 nails. Nails can be done on tips or on an actual hand, but the final look has to be photographed on an actual hand, and embellishments are allowed.
So this line, this brand, it has
Yes.
such a lovely place in my heart because
Good.
it's owned by my friend Yvonne.
So,
Duclos.
yes, Duclos, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I know their whole team. I just saw them all when I was
Yes.
in Canada. So I can't wait to see
Right.
what everybody does.
Right,
And
me too.
I can't
and
wait.
I think this
for
is
the
a fun
show.
one because I think everyone likes nursery rhymes. Like
Oh,
everyone likes Vegas.
yeah.
I think it's a fun one.
It's going to be
Yeah,
a really
it's a good
fun one.
yeah.
So I have to wrap up the show, but I do have 2 KUPA announcements. On April 5th,
Yes.
we have a really awesome, fun, social event happening. It's a Sunday night, and it's called Nail Con.
Yes.
You know, they've got Comic Con. They have all
I
these
love the
cons.
name. The name is
It's
cool.
time for the nail
Nail
industry
Con,
to have
yeah.
a con.
With a K.
Ours is always
I
the
love
K's.
it.
We're
I
that
love
KUPA
it.
company
I
who
love
puts
it.
K's
Yeah,
instead of
I like
C's.
it. Yeah.
So go to KUPA Inc.'s Facebook page, click on events, and you can see all the details there. And it will get you to where you need to be if you want to get tickets. On May 4th, we are going to have an in-house and online e-file class.
Cool.
So in-house, when you come to our classes, you get to, of course, get hands-on, you get a certificate. But we don't stop there. The entire class is live. So if you
Cool.
can't make it here on the
Cool.
4th, tune in live on Facebook and you can watch the entire class. Also, don't forget to go vote.
Please go vote. Voting
Yeah.
closes tomorrow at
Yeah.
11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Your vote does count. Weighs 10% of these guys' score.
NTNA.nailsmag.com.
Perfect. Yeah.
Always go vote. And then tune in every week to watch our recap show
Yes.
and find out, who's going to end up winning this
What's
amazing
going
event.
on? Yeah.
As always, thank you so much
Thank you for having
being
me.
here.
Yeah.
I want to thank Nancy. if
Thank
she
you,
can hear us.
Nancy.
Thank you so much for being here. And all of you viewers, thank you so much for tuning in every week. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.